Hi, I'm Hayden Hewitt with Playmusic magazine, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Guthrie Govan signature model from Suhr guitars. If you're watching this video, then chances are you're already well aware of who Guthrie Govan is. However, unless you've been living on a desert island or possibly under a rock for the past few years, I strongly suggest you go and do a quick search for him on the internet or on YouTube and be prepared to be amazed. Let's take a look at some of the specs of the guitar. Starting with the body, we have a mahogany body, which here we have a maple cap, which is figured maple, and we have faux edge binding here just to make it look extra beautiful. As to the neck, that's also mahogany, and as you can see it is a bolt-on neck. We have 4 recessed bolts here and quite a lot of sculpting going on around the heel area. This is to ensure that you have access to all 24 of the beautifully finished frets that are mounted on this Palfero fretboard. The neck shape itself is the Suhr elliptical shape, but the Guthrie Govan version, it has a sort of very slight flat back feel. It's not a particularly skinny neck, but it's certainly not thick. It's incredibly comfortable, and in conjunction with the really rather flat 16-inch radius, it creates a really fantastic playing surface. Up at the top here we have some Sperzel locking machine heads, which have staggered posts, because as you can see the guitar has a flat headstock as opposed to back angled, and the staggered post heights mean you don't need any string trees or anything like that cluttering up the guitar. For pickups we have a Suhr humbucker in the bridge and Suhr humbucker in the neck, with a Suhr single coil sat here in the middle. We have master volume and tone controls, a 5-way switch, and this little switch here which is called the blower switch, but we'll come back to that kind of shortly. For the bridge we have a Goto non-locking unit, which is perfectly serviceable, very reliable. Obviously if you're into more sort of extreme trem acrobatics, you might find yourself in some rather beardy jazz tunings when you come back, but for the most part it really is a great unit. But what helps here is in the back we have the tremolo no system. Now the tremolo no means that with the turn of this knob here you have a full floating trem. Give that a twist and your trem's locked off. So if you want to do some compound bends or tune down to drop D or open G for a spot of country, you can do all that without your trem going wild and crazy all over the place. Obviously the guitar does not have a backplate to allow for access to the tremolo no unit. Now moving back to the electronics here, it's worth just briefly explaining that the 5-way switch is actually like a super switch that does automatic coil tapping. So in the first position we have the bridge humbucker. When you move to the second you get a single coil from the bridge humbucker and the middle pickup, and it's the same over in the 4th position except you get a single coil from the neck pickup and the middle single coil. This gives you those classic in-between sounds. Another option here is when you go to the neck humbucker, you can actually use a push-pull pot located on the tone pot here, and that activates a neck single coil. Now I did briefly mention the blower switch here, so let's take a listen to what the blower switch does. Okay, we've had a listen to the blower switch and we've looked through the specs of the guitar. Let's listen to some of the other tones that we can coax from it. Let's start with some clean sounds. And now, let's listen to some overdrive sounds. There can be absolutely no doubt that the Guthrie Govan signature model is an incredibly versatile guitar. It's an absolute joy to play. Every tone that comes out of it seems to be a winner, and it just feels great. However, there can also be no doubt that it is an expensive guitar. That being said, if you can afford it or save up for it, you're really gonna love this one. I strongly recommend you check it out. That about wraps it up for this video. I'll hopefully catch you on the next one. This was Hayden Hewitt for Playmusic magazine. See you next time. Can I not just keep it? No.